The address verification threshold benefits from RFMS credit card services are one of the unique aspects of the system that allow you to save money by confirming in almost all cases that you've got the correct address information. So how is this set up? Well, again, we go back to the credit card services console and log in, and we go to our banking settings and over to our credit card authorization. Here we find the address verification threshold and the address verification threshold required. Now, the address verification threshold was really part of an earlier feature set. The real feature set that's important today is the required threshold, because you can have the address verification threshold through the new Force feature. You can essentially get past the address verification requirements. So it's only when we want to offer these additional features for big ticket transactions. Now again, when I'm doing my sample transactions, they have to be between $1 and $150. So I've set my address verification required threshold artificially low at $5. You might set it as low as $5 because there's really no harm in confirming that on a swipe transaction you indeed have the correct address information. It always is going to save you money. Now, the other feature that's over here is the maximum number of retries. Now, we've set this at 2 because typically you're not going to want to ask the customer over and over and over again what the address and zip code is that's associated with their account. So what you would instead do is you would have a first try and then you would have a first retry. If you got it wrong after the first retry, you would have one additional chance, and on that additional chance, as we'll see, you're able to either force the transaction through, cancel the transaction, or give it one more shot. And if you get it wrong after the second retry, of course, you're going to be done at that point too. So let's see how this works in practice. I'm going to go ahead and start my transaction and put in my manual card number. Now again, I'm going to cobble up the zip code and the address so that they're incorrect. And I'm going to make this for a $5 transaction, so it creates the address verification required feature, turns that on. So when I start this transaction, I get my pre-authorization request, and I'll get my first incorrect response. I'll change it just for the heck of it. Try again. Now I've gotten my second incorrect response. This is my second retry. Now at this point I can either force the transaction through, I can cancel it, which gives me an abort screen and says basically, you know, we're all done, nothing happened. Or, let me go back and do this one more time. In this case, I'll demonstrate the force feature, and I'm just going to let it use the wrong zip code twice. But right now what I'll do is I'll go force, and I'm going to require a supervisor override password, and I'll push that through. And in this case, as you can see, I did get a no match on the AVS, and I get those warnings. I get my yield or caution sign instead of my normal green check mark, but indeed it does push the transaction through because I've gotten an approval code. So this video gives a demonstration and overview of the address verification threshold service and the requirement feature, also the ability to take the number of retries and increase them, the range between 1 and 10, and I appreciate your attention to this video. Thank you very much.